Hey folks, welcome back to another review with yours truly, Sam Healey. And today I'd like to talk to you about King of Tokyo, a game that I have already talked about on a number of different mediums. Already one of my favorite games in existence. Not my favorite. I would say, definitely top 50, somewhere in there. You already know that I like it. Let's go through and look at it, see how it plays. Then I'll talk to you about why I like it. And so here I have set up for you a 3-player game of King of Tokyo. What you have to do first of all is you take the power cards or the ability cards, shuffle them, have 3 face up, the rest is a draw pile of the deck, have the energy cubes close to the surface and then close to the game board, and then of course you also have the 6 dice with which players are going to be taking turns. The whole point of King of Tokyo is to either knock out all of your opponents or score 20 fame stars to end the game. How do you get that? Well, first of all, the dice are the central mechanic. They are the dice rolling mechanic that you would find in Yahtzee or many of the other dice games that are coming out right now. One takes the dice and rolls them on their turn. All right, first of all, if you roll a heart, the heart allows you to heal 1 point of damage. If you roll 2 hearts, you get 2 points of damage healed. 3 hearts heals 3 points of damage, so forth and so on. The claw allows you to attack one of the other individuals. If you are outside of Tokyo, you are inflicting damage to the person that is inside Tokyo. If you are inside Tokyo, you are inflicting damage to everybody that is outside of Tokyo. So that's the claw mark. The lightning bolt or the energy surge simply means that you take 1 energy cube. Energy cubes are used to purchase the different cards that are available to you here. And then once you purchase that card comes before you and you can use it. There are generally 2 kinds of cards in the base game. There is a discard. In other words, you purchase it and then have to discard it in order to take advantage of its text. Or there are keep cards. A keep card is you pay the energy requirement, put it in front of you, and it is yours to keep until the entirety of the game is finished. Next, there are number faces on the dice. Face, 2 faces, and 3 face. Now, what this means is that is how many points you score if you have at least 3 of those rolled. So 3 1s equals 1 point. 3 2s equals 2 points. 3 3s equal 3 points. However, every time you roll over 3, that is an additional point. So 4 1s would be 2 points. 4 2s would be 3 points. 4 3s would be 4 points, so forth and so on. So it is a base of 3, and then every one over that, you add 1. So this is 1 point plus 1, so that's 2 points. And that's how you score points. And these points are denoted by the star. So if the king would have rolled this, he would have scored 3 plus 1, so he would move his to 4. And that's the different faces that you would roll on the dice. So as far as gameplay is concerned, let's say that the king goes first because, well, he's the king, and he rolls his dice. Now, as I said earlier, it is Yahtzee style rolling. Yahtzee style, so he can roll and choose what he wants to keep and then re-roll twice. But after that second re-roll, he has to keep what he has. So let's say, first of all, I'm going to go ahead and keep this because I want to purchase some of these cards up here. I don't need the heart because I don't have any damage yet, so I'm going to re-roll that. Now I've got 2 2s here. That might be worth keeping because if I roll a third 2, I'll get 2 points out of the whole deal. I don't want to damage anybody yet because the first person who takes damage has to go into Tokyo City. All right, so I'm going to keep the 2 2s and the energy, and I'm going to re-roll these. Now I get 2 re-rolls. First re-roll, all right, that paid off. So now I have 3 2s, which gives me two points. and then the extra, which is a 3rd point. So I'm definitely keeping those. I'll re-roll this one as my last. And it's another energy. All right. It's now the end of my turn. So I take my 2 energy, place it over by my board. 2 plus 1 is 3. Take the 3 points that I have. And now that's it. Now it's the Kraken's turn. So the Kraken takes his points. Now before I move on, I have 2 energy, which I could now use to buy cards, but the cards cost more than my 2 energy, so I can't purchase any cards. I have to wait till next turn, possibly. So now it's the Kraken's turn. All right. Okay, now the Kraken rolled 2 3s, 2 and 2. Don't have any health to heal, so these are doing me no good. Damage. Well, the Kraken's feeling a little spunky. He's going to keep 1 damage and then re-roll the other one, and I'll explain why in just a few moments. All right, got 2 energy. Still want that 3. Come on, 3. Yeah, got it. All right, so what this does is these 2 allow me to take 2 energy cubes, place them by my board. These 3 give me 3 points. So I'll go ahead and take that. And then the damage. Since the Kraken is the first person to cause any damage, he doesn't actually do damage to anyone because there's nobody in Tokyo City. He's outside, he would be doing damage to Tokyo City, but since he's the first one to do damage, he enters Tokyo City. Whenever you enter Tokyo City, you get 1 star point. So that adds 1 point to his total, and that's the end of his turn. If we look down here, there's some symbology here. When you go into Tokyo, you take 1 star point. At the beginning of your next turn, if you're still in Tokyo, you get +2 star points. But the problem is that you cannot heal damage while inside Tokyo. You're too busy fighting everything. So he gets 1 point for going in, and if he's in there, when he comes back to his turn, he gets another 2 points. So that's the end of his turn. He only has 2 energy, so he can't buy any of these cards. Now it goes on to the Alienoid. Alienoid takes his dice, rolls, and now he has 3 energy. He's going to keep that. He doesn't need this, and I don't know. He might want to hit the Kraken. So yeah, we'll keep that too. But we'll re-roll the 1 and the heart. Ooh. 3s. No, not what we're going for. We want either energy or claws. Well, didn't get either of it. That's the nature of the beast. All right, so here we get to take 3 energy cubes, and we also deal 1 damage. And the damage that we deal goes to the Kraken because he's the only one in Tokyo. So we take 10 down to 9. All right, now the Alienoid has 3 energy with which to buy cards. Okay, so if I look here, Fire Blast, yeah, I'm feeling kind of spunky. I'm going to pay 3, buy this, then immediately discard it. And that's going to deal 2 damage to all other monsters. Okay, so that means the King takes 2 points of damage, and the Kraken takes another 2 points of damage. Now, at this point, the Kraken can say, you know what? I've had enough damage, I'm leaving Tokyo. And if he were to choose that, the Alienoid must come into Tokyo. But the Kraken is like, it's but a scratch. We'll stay in and continue going. This card gets replaced, and it becomes the King's turn again. Now the King takes the dice, rolls them. Okay, now the King does have some damage to heal this time, so he's going to keep that heart. But he's also going to keep these 2 3s here and that energy. So he's still feeling kind of nice, so he's going to re-roll that claw. See if we can get it. Oh, not what we wanted. We want a 3 or another heart. Come on, guys. Well, there's the 3, but we didn't get the other heart. Okay, so the 3 3 threes gives us 3 more points of fame. The energy here gives us another energy. The heart allows us to heal 1. And this 1 is not doing us any good whatsoever. Now I have 3 energy to spend. I could do that. I'm not going to worry about it because it's kind of a cheesy card in my opinion. See, I'm rooting for the underdog, and it says at the end of your turn, if you have the fewest star points, you gain 1 star point. Well, right now I have the most, so this card really doesn't do me any good. So we'll keep it there. So it's the end of my turn. It goes on to the Kraken. Now the Kraken, at the beginning of his turn, he's still in Tokyo. He gets the 2 points. And he continues his turn. We're definitely going to keep both of these guys because we're keeping Spunky. And the heart doesn't do us any good because remember we cannot heal in Tokyo. So we're going to re-roll that one. And the 1, 2, and 3 not doing us any good really. Let's go for claws. Well, there's a 1, 1, and a 1. Is that worth it? Nope. We want blood. We did cause 3 damage, though, to everybody outside of Tokyo. So, the king takes 3 points of damage. And the alienoid also takes 3 points of damage. And he only has 2 energy. He doesn't have enough to afford. So he's staying in Tokyo as well. Alienoid's turn comes up. Rolls the dice. Sweet revenge. There's another one. And we're going to keep those guys. Last roll. Nah, doesn't do any good. All right, so we heal 2 points of damage. And then we cause the Kraken only because he's the only one in Tokyo. We cause him 3 points of damage. So he goes down to 4. And he's like, okay, I got it, I'm out. So since he left, Alienoid enters, which gives him 1 point for entering Tokyo. Okay, he doesn't have any energy, so he can't purchase anything here. And it continues after that, going back to the king's turn. And we would continue in this fashion until, like I said, somebody gets 20 star points or someone is the last person standing. And that, my friends, is King of Tokyo. All right, so that is King of Tokyo. As you can tell, it is not at all a difficult game. It is very simple to play, very simple to understand. Now, King of Tokyo does have a couple of expansions out right now, and I wanted to briefly cover those as well. The first one being the power-up expansion. The power-up expansion is probably my favorite expansion because, first of all, it comes with Panda Kai, or as I refer to him when I play him always, Kung Fu Panda. This expansion came with the stanchion for Kung Fu Panda, and of course the Panda Guy character board. But the thing that was the coolest that came with the power-up expansion were the actual power-up cards. Now what these guys do is they give your character a lot more diversity rather, and because each person has its own set of power-ups that it can affect. If you'll notice, if you'll remember, when I was going through gameplay, whenever the person in Tokyo rolled a heart, it was a no-brainer. You just re-rolled it because it was of no use to you. And if you get stuck with some at the end of your turn, there's nothing you can do about that. Well, with power-ups, if you roll 3 hearts, not only can you heal 3 life points, you can also take one of your cards from the top of the deck, turn it over, and put it into play. Now, there are permanent evolutions and there are temporary evolutions, and they do exactly what they sound like. A permanent evolution stays with you throughout the entirety of the game, and temporary is A temporary evolution is a one-time use. So if you roll 3 hearts, no matter where you are, you can take 1 card and activate it, whether you're in Tokyo or out of Tokyo. Now, of course, when you roll 3 hearts in Tokyo, you still can't heal those 3 points, but at least you're getting something out of that now. And the power-up expansion that comes with Pandakai and the power-up cards, this is a must-buy. If you have King of Tokyo, the base game, and you don't have the power-up expansion, you need to go out and buy it right now, because it really does enrich the game that much. So that's the power-up expansion. That's one of them that comes. And then the other one is the Halloween expansion. The Halloween expansion comes with 2 new characters, Pumpkin Jack and Boogie Woogie. And then, of course, you also get the stanchions for those as well. But on top of that, you get a set of really cool Halloween dice that are orange. So, and then it also comes with another extra die as well. So again, this is a probably, I don't know, I'm neither here nor there as far as the Halloween expansion is concerned. These 2 guys are forgetful, in my opinion. They don't really add much to the game other than having 2 extra characters to go through. This is probably the coolest part of the expansion. It also comes with more of the cards that you use in the game as well. So it probably has more in it than Power Up did, but I think Power Up changes the game better than the Halloween expansion did. All in all, I give King of Tokyo a big 1.5 thumbs or monsters up, because I really enjoy the game. I have seen it be successful in so many different situations. It is a great design that is fun, engaging, but it is also light. I'm going to say that it's 1.5 though, because it is a very, very light game. It almost feels like a filler, and sometimes it can go long, especially when you have people that know what they're doing and know when to come out of Tokyo and when to stay in, and all of that kind of stuff. So another thing that it has is that it can end abruptly when you weren't expecting it, based on how some of these cards, energy cards, are used, and which ones come up and stuff like that. So it can end abruptly, which can be unsatisfactory. But all in all, this is a great game, and if you haven't tried it yet, you should. If you already have the base game and haven't purchased Power Up expansion, you need to. But that's King of Tokyo, y'all, and it's a great game. I hope you have a chance to try it out. See you on the flip side, folks.
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews, as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find other great shows at Dicetowernetwork.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games for great prices. Cool stuff in stock. Check them out at CoolStuffInc.com.